Hey guys, how you doing today? I am going to be repotting my Adansonii. I have two of them here actually that need to be repotted. This is one, it's a smaller one, and it was from cuttings from my plant and then cuttings from my friend Mary that sent me some cuttings. And as soon as they got rooted up, I potted them up in this little, I believe it's a 6-inch pot. But I want to put her over into a hanging pot. I want this one to be a hanging plant. So, and this one I'm going to put over into a, this big terracotta pot because I want it to be a floor plant. But the main reason why I'm repotting is you can see I'm getting some yellowing leaves, and it seems like every time I water I'm getting 3 or 4 yellowing leaves. So what I'm thinking is the draining isn't good enough, and it's in plastic. So I made up a mixture, a really airy mixture with a lot of perlite in it that I'm going to be putting this big one into the terracotta pot. So I'm going to move some of the stuff off my table, and we'll get busy with the repotting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get her dumped out. I'm going to dump it over on the shallow side, so hopefully I don't break anything. But I do have a few cuttings in this pot, so it might kind of, I still might get some that fall out, some of the cutting pieces. Just kind of squeezing my pot, getting it loosened up. But I've always had an issue with this plant doing that, and I put her in a more airy mixture the day I repotted her. I think this is a cutting. I'm going to see if I can just gently, yeah, it's got good roots. That was a cutting I put in this summer. I'm going to go ahead and pinch this yellow leaf off. And then I think, let's see here. This whole plant actually started out as cuttings that I bought last year. This is another cutting. I'm just going to lift her up out of here. It's tangled up with some other roots. So I'm just gently trying to pull down in here and lift them up. I think it might be attached to this piece. Yep. There we go. 2 more. I don't know which is which anymore, but look at the roots on that. See, look, even that new piece, or that new leaf coming out is turning yellow. This plant is very, very touchy with watering. I think this is another cutting over here. I'm going to try to pull her out gently. I might be able to pull the whole plant out like this. There's 2 more of the cuttings that I put in there with her this summer. But yeah, ooh, they're falling off the table. This plant is very, very touchy when it comes to watering. So that is why I want to first of all put her into terracotta, another cutting, and make a much, much airier, another cutting. All the roots look really nice. Now I think, oh no, we've got a piece. I'll have to take that out after it's grown up through a hole. I've had that happen before. Now I'm not going to be able to get it up through that leaf, so I'm either going to have to plant these two pieces back together or rip it and take it out. And I think I'm going to just tear it, get it out of there. These are all coming up nicely. Just kind of digging it out like that. So I'm just going to try to continue to keep doing it that way. Here's another cutting here on the side that's new that I put in. Get her out of there first on the side. And these I'm going to try to all pull up together. I'm just sticking my hand way down into the pot. Up under the roots and just kind of lifting. Well, see, the soil seems really dry. Okay, I'm going to have to dump it from here. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to, but the soil seems really dry, so I'm not super sure why there was such an issue with the yellowing, but I'll lay her down, get that soil. Because this is all new soil. I just repotted this this summer, but I want to show you the difference between, this is the soil that I had in her pot. Still pretty airy. And this is the new soil that I just made up. I've got a lot more perlite in it. You can tell. You can tell the difference. So this is the new I made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to bring my new pot. I've already got her halfway filled up. Okay, I had to make myself some more room here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, oh, and by the way, I am going to be putting a trellis in here with her. So what I would like to do is try to get the bigger ones put that over there. Try to get the trailing ones I want to kind of put in this way, so when I put the trellis up, they're easier, because this is the biggest part. So now I'm just going to get my other soil down here, and kind of put some more soil on top of this section, because these are all a little smaller because they were all the cuttings, and this was actually part of my original cuttings that I bought. Because I want my trellis. I'm going to go ahead and put my trellis in. You can see I'm going to use a hoop trellis for now. I thought I had a longer one, but I don't. But as I put my soil in, I'll try to keep it up. I think I'll try to keep it up higher. But what I was talking about was keeping my longer cuttings so that I can kind of put them up like that. And then they can grow up and over the hoop. Alright, let me get you back down here. Okay, so I got my soil on here. Just kind of pushing it down lightly. Don't push it down really, you don't want to push it down really hard. You don't want to break a lot of roots or your stem or anything. I'm going to get a little more in here. I'm going to kind of leave my trellis in so I know where I want to put my plants at. I'm going to pull her up just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and hook her up. I've got some of my Velcro tape here, a piece that I was using on something else. I'm just going to cut that. I need to sharpen my clippers. I'll pull her over just a little. So I'm hoping between the terracotta and the lighter soil mixture with more perlite in it, the yellowing will at least slow the plant down a little bit. And then this one I want to put I'm going to put her like that. You can tell this is a piece that I cut. It's all naked, but it does. I see roots, and I think I see one little start where it's starting to come out right there, but I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to worry about that. Right now I just want to get my plant in correctly. I got to get my tape. Okay, I got my tape, and I cut a few more pieces. So now I want to take this and I'm going to Velcro her up right here to this side. And I'm kind of pulling her up a little bit because and then I'll put more soil down in there as I need it. And that one's not really long enough to do anything with. So I think now what I'm going to do is start putting in, first I want to put in a little more soil, since I kind of rearranged everything. And I'm just going to push her down. Try to get that trellis in there good so it ain't falling over. So now I'm going to take and get, I think, this piece. Yeah, I'm going to put this piece right here, I think. Maybe like that. And then she can grow up that way. So I'm just going to make another hole. Try to get her down in here. Her roots will find her way down. I'll just pile some more soil on top of her when I'm ready. I'm just going to let her hang like that. That's good. And then let's see here what I got left. I got this piece. I'm just going to dig a hole big enough, get them roots down in there. And I think this one, that one right there, and I'm going to be putting more soil. Going to be putting more soil down in here, so the roots that don't get covered will get covered. This one I gotta redo. I dug it out. Accidentally dug it out. Here, I'll put some more soil in here. And it looks like I got 3 more little pieces. I need to get some more soil. Okay, I got some more soil. I just used out of my pot that she was already in, because like I said, that was all new soil. And I just added a little bit of my fresh soil and mixed it together from the soil that was in her old pot. And then I added more perlite, because I want it to be super airy for her. And I made a little extra because I do have another plant to pot up. Okay, so now we've got, I'm going to put some more soil in here. Spread it around here. And then I've got just kind of pushing them down here a little bit. Getting them down into the soil nicely. That new growth broke, so I'm going to pinch that off. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shoot, I got more than I thought I did. But I'm just going to go around and put these smaller pieces in. Just kind of digging a little divot Piggy a little hole. Setting her down in there. And then I'll squeeze this little one in back here. I probably should have done that first. It would have been a lot easier to get in. That's okay. We'll work around it. And then I'm going to put this one over here in the middle. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull her up. Whoops. There, I did it again. Let's see here. Can I wrap it? And then oh, all the pieces of Velcro that I cut are, oh shoot, and I've got my arm in the way. Sorry you guys. Sorry you guys. Not paying attention to the camera, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. There. Now I think, let's see here, I'm going to add this little piece right in here. Get her down in there. And then I've got a couple more smaller ones. And I'm just gonna stick her down in here, and I'm gonna add some more soil, which, there, I just made a huge mess, but we'll just kind of flop it around here. And then where's, oh, trying to figure out what piece I was just putting in there. Get. There, I'll work from this side. That way I can actually see better, and so can you. Just kind of tapping it down so they're in there good. And then it looks like I might have, let's see, what do I got left here? I got two little pieces left. So I think what I'm going to do is put the littler one down in the middle, kind of right in here. And then this little bit bigger one I'll put over here on the edge. I'm going to get some more soil over here. There. That looks like it should be okay. Okay, so there's that one, and then as she grows, I will just continue to try to keep putting her up. I'm going to cut off this yellow leaf. The one that's right here, this big one. I'm going to cut that off, get that off my plant. And then I think what I'm going to do is put this up. Oh, my Velcro's sticking together on the table. I'm going to wrap her around there. This plant actually grows really quickly. I mean, I started out with 2 cuttings that I bought off eBay last summer. And I'm going to put these up here. But I've cut and cut and cut. That's where all the cuttings came from. So, you know, but now I think I'm done cutting her for a while. So this is what she looks like until I can get, you know, let her keep growing up. And then I'll probably have to stick another trellis in there later. So that's her up on her trellis, and then she will be going in my living room. I think I've got, this little piece wants to go up, and I think I've got a small piece of bamboo. There, I've got one small piece of bamboo, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stick that down in. Trying to be careful of the roots. And then just kind of hook her up on that. Whoops. She fell over. There. I think that looks pretty good for now. I'm not going to water her right away. I'll probably wait, you know, for a couple days. This plant doesn't seem to like that leaf has had it, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. I see another one down here. I'll cut that off. It's all yellow already. But I think that looks pretty good for now, and I will keep putting her up on the trellis, and eventually I'll have to get a bigger, you know, a higher one. But, alright, now I'm going to put my other plant in a hanging pot. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, this is my other plant, and I'm going to be putting her into this hanging pot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump her out of this pot. Like I said, these were all cuttings, so yeah, she definitely needed to be repotted. Look at all her roots. And then I'm going to cut off some of this yellowing that she's got going on. She definitely needed to be in a bigger pot. This is such a beautiful plant. I absolutely love this plant. Now this soil is all fresh soil also. I just put her in this a couple of months ago, so I am just loosening up her soil a little bit, and then I'm going to set her down in here, and I'm gonna, well, I'll remove the pole when I'm done. I'll leave that in there for now. But, well, I already had soil on the bottom of her pot. It's the same light, airy soil mixture. So all I'm going to do is, I kept her all together, so I'm just going to add around this pot. She definitely needed to be repotted. Wow. Hard to believe that just a couple months ago I repotted her, and these were all just cuttings. But I'm trying to... I'm glad I made all the extra soil that I did. But she's in a much bigger pot, even though she is going back into plastic. Okay, I'm going to take this out. My bamboo stick. Because I want her to hang down and be pretty. And hang down. And then that way I've got one that hangs. And I've got a floor one. And I'm just gonna, just kind of loosening her up a little bit. There's another one that grew through the leaf. That's one thing about this plant. You have to, let's see if I can get her out of here through this hole without breaking everything. Oh my god, it made it. Wow. That's pretty funny. Okay. So I'm just kind of tapping her down, kind of loosening up the plant because she was growing up. So now I want to tell her that you're kind of telling her that she can grow down. I want her to hang and be pretty. Be pretty hanging down. There's another one that grew through the hole. That one I'm never going to be able to get through because that's a tiny hole, so I'm just going to break it. I hate doing that, but it's one thing about this plant. Boy, if you don't keep an eye on it, it grows through, one new leaf will pop out and it grows right through the neighboring leaf hole. Through the leaf hole. Oh. Okay, I think I got enough soil in here. I'm just kind of tapping it down. And then I've got a hanger for her. I see a little, another spot she needs a little more soil. Because actually that first plant that I repotted, the Adansonii, that I put in the terracotta pot, she's been hanging ever since I got her. I mean after the roots, you know, because that was cuttings. But alright, I think this one is good. I am going to put my hanger on her, and then I'll show you guys where I'm going to put them, where they're going to be living, and then that'll be it. Okay guys, there they are. There's the one I got hanging. Got her right there. She is in a west window. And then the other one is down here on the floor. She is next to her cousin, Monstera deliciosa, and a begonia that's hogging up most of the light. But I think she should do fine right there. It seems like she's getting a lot of light. I've got window light, and then I also have this hanging right here. Some secondary light, majorly for my begonia. But she's getting a lot too, so she is gonna be pretty good, doing good right there, I think. So, alright guys, that is it for today, and I will talk to you later. Bye.